Last week we started stripping this broken Fiesta, but now it's time to start fixing it. So Stuart, where are we going to start tonight? What is the first job?
First of all, we've got some lower control arms. There was a
Yes.
bit of play in the ball joints. Good practice, just replace them both. Means car's good to go. Track rod ends, again, there was some more play, so replace both of them. Got the new oxygen sensors. There was a code that appeared on the scan tool that said they needed replaced, so replace both of them. And finally we've got a full service kit.
Well Stuart, I think I'll get started on that service kit while you get started on those lower control arms, because that's the easy bit. So
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So while Stuart's doing that, I figured I'd do the service, and I'm going to start with the air filter, which is just 4 wee bolts in here. Oh, that's rounded.
Incompetence! How funky? Funky.
Oh,
That's funky.
funky. That's bad. Sure, what should you do if your air filter looks like that?
Slap your mechanic.
Stuart, what the fuck is that?
My GoPro.
GoPro.
I am.
Oh,
Technology.
you're filming.
Technology.
Yeah. Cool, so what are you up to?
So I'm just basically lifting off the track rod end just now. They were a bit cruddy before, so we gave everything a good spray WD-40 or penetrating fluid just to kind of help break off the nuts.
Cool.
That's what we do, start cutting things off again.
Now that I've done my part, Stuart, I'm really sorry mate, but I need to go.
Where?
I'm taking the dog to the vet.
I'll finish up.
Yeah, I'll see you when I get back mate, okay?
See you next
Yeah, have a good night.
We started filming at 4 o'clock. It's not even 10 to 5 and he's away. That's what I'm working with. How do you know you're working on a Ford? Look at the pile of rust for 3 bolts. Anyway, control arm should be free now. I just need my persuasion tool and then we should be good to go. That's the control arm now off. I'm not going to lie, that was an absolute nightmare. But about half an hour later, it's off. There's a pile of rust I had to sweep up, typical Fords again, but we're getting there now. The new control arm is prepped and ready to go on. All the old bolts have been cleaned up, threads have been recut, so everything's clear, there's no corrosion or anything. We'll get it all greased up and put back together. Right folks, new control arm's here ready to go on. I'm going to get all the threads on the new bolts greased up and get this slotted back in. I can tell why this was never changed because that was a nightmare. Hopefully it goes back together a bit easier than it came apart. Although it wouldn't really be hard, that task. That was a pain in the balls.
So I've returned from the vet, and I was away for about an hour. And Stuart, explain to me how you only got one done.
That was a nightmare.
What?
Anyway, have you got fleas?
No fleas.
Oh, okay.
I know, I was surprised myself.
I know.
The dog's okay too, by the way.
So this side I'm taking the caliper off. I need to get the pads out, which are seized like everything else in this car.
Yep.
I've got to take the carrier off. Then I've got the disc off, track rod end off, so I can get to this lovely control arm, which has been giving me no end of grief. That other side was a nightmare. It genuinely took me an hour to get it off. 10 minutes to put the other one on, but an hour to get it off.
Nice. Oh well.
Yeah. Not be great if you mind.
Well, while he continues on doing that, I suppose I'll actually do something.
Makes a changer.
So while we're waiting, do you mind? No. While we're waiting for the oil to drain, I'm going to replace the spark plugs. And for anyone wondering, these are, what are these? NGK TR5B-13s.
Is that the right plug?
Mm.
That plug?
It's a plug.
Yeah.
That's the plug that came in the service kit. So. Yeah. So for anyone that hasn't changed a filter before, what you want to do is put some oil in it. We're doing, because this one sits at a 90-degree angle, we're only filling it halfway. But then you also want to make sure the rubber seal's wet. And that way it forms a nice seal when you put it on. Right, so we're going to put a new oil filter on now. And it's located here, the front of the engine. Right here. Now, you're going to make a mess when you do this because obviously there's oil in this filter, so just try and be semi-quick.
That's what she said.
That's what she said!
Okay, Michael. Did you get that reference?
No.
Oh well.
No, my name's not Michael. So how tight should an oil filter go?
Well, I don't know, I was going to ask you this because I've been told hand tight.
Pretty much hand tight and a wee nip more.
Right, okay. So that's at hand tight, so I'm going to use...
that wee tool doesn't let you go too tight. It does start slipping. So
cool.
Hand tight and, same as a spark plug, 1/8 of a turn more. You don't want any more than that.
That's what I want. And then this wee thing just slips over and you put tension on it.
You just want to have enough that you compress the rubber seal.
Yep. That'll do it, I think.
That's fine if
What do
that's...
you think?
If you think that's tight enough, that's
Yep,
tight enough.
I think that's tight. Also, for anyone wondering, a 1.25 Fiesta takes 3.8 litres of oil, or at least so Google says, so we'll keep checking the dipstick and make sure it's okay. So how are you getting on?
Tattered end was pretty seized on solid, so I've had to angle grind 2 slots down to the threads without touching the threads, just so I can try and get it to break off, which it has done.
Hey.
Let's see if I've touched the threads, which I'm 99% sure I've not. It's taking it pretty easy, to be honest, with an angle grinder.
At least it's moving.
It's moving. That has never been off. I don't think that's ever been adjusted.
Probably not. Right.
So what I've done, I don't know if you can see right in there, but I've angle grinded 2 slots right down onto the threads, but not actually through. It's just enough to release the pressure that the corrosion had built up, which means I can then get the tack rod end off. So if you're going to do that, just be careful. If you go too deep and damage the threads, you put another tack rod on. So you want to keep it nice and neat. So it's just the tack rod end you have to do. Also, wear gloves, glasses and gloves so you don't cut yourself. Obviously. Don't do as I do, but wear gloves and glasses.
Do as you say, not as you do.
Yeah, I got the safety squints on as well.
Yeah, safety squints.
It's fine. So
Anyway.
all I'm going to do is wire brush the inner tack rod. Make sure there's no corrosion left on that. We'll spray some silicone spray on it. That'll stop any corrosion again. So when the guy comes to do the tacking, he can actually do the tacking. Which will be handy.
Moving on to the front brakes, or carriers, I suppose. These have seen much better days, so we're going to have to give these a good scrub up. We've done the other side, Stuart's fitting that back now, and I'm just going to start scrubbing this. It's not the most interesting of jobs, so I'll probably just leave this recording while I do it. Where's the hammer? It's there, you've left it. Anyway. camera died and I didn't notice, but we got this this carrier completely rebuilt, cleaned up, and the pads all move nice and smooth now, so that's a win. Stuart, how are you getting on, mate?
So now to remove the lambda sensors, but they are extremely tight. So I've warmed the car up to operating temperature, and hopefully these pop off.
Not looking good.
No, they're tight. They're really tight. Yay! Hey! You get it? Hey!
Good stuff, man. It's been a long night, buddy.
It has been. It's been challenging.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to have went right.
No, unfortunately we were left with all the kind of crap jobs.
Yeah, every kind of screwed us over.
Yeah.
We had ordered a slam panel, which was on a 24-hour delivery.
Just never showed up.
No, or Tuesday.
For the 3 days, it just never showed up.
Friday. Now don't even know where it is. Control arms, nightmare.
Yep.
Bolts, seized solid. Rust.
Carriers, nightmare.
Yep, seized solid. Pads were seized solid.
Yeah. But they're done. Lambda sensors.
We got one out, 50%, you know. Bottom one's out, top one is not. I'll fix that though.
We'll get there.
That'll come out.
But bottom line is, next week will be a lot more.
It should be a lot more show.
Yeah.
Everything today has been kind of hidden. Service was good.
Yeah, service. We got the service done, so that's...
Car's been fired up since then. We had to let it warm up to get the lambda sensors out, and it ran absolutely great.
Yeah.
Started, no noise, oil level's been fine.
It's because of me.
It's been fairly productive. We've actually done that fair bit.
It might not be the most interesting stuff in the world, but yeah, it's been productive, and
It's stuff that needs done.
we've been kind of in cramped spaces all night.
And we don't really have lighting. This is a shed.
Yeah.
It's a big shed, but it's a shed.
Yeah.
It's... lighting's crap. Audio is kind of...
I mean, it's kind of the best we've ever had, but
it's definitely the best we've ever had. We were outside at one point. So, it's definitely better. The last shed we had leaked a lot.
Yeah, it just had a big hole in the roof.
And a lot of pigeons inside it. This is pigeon free now.
At the moment.
It's pigeon free.
At the moment.
It's still pigeon free. It's drier.
Yeah.
It's actually dry. It's actually dry. It's actually not bad at all. It's just a big shed. It does get cold. Audio's not great. We've kept the filming to like a small corner to try and...
Yeah, because the last video we thought the audio was a bit
echoey and it's not great.
So obviously the closer the camera is to us, the better the audio is going to be. But anyway, we're rambling.
Yeah.
So let's finish that there.
Okay. I'm going home.
I'm going home too. I'm going to get a kebab. Right. Anyway, we'll see you later.
See you later.
Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Too old for this shit.